How to pack for a trip to Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is filled with so many things to see and do. It's no wonder that the capital of the United States receives about 16 million visitors each year, including more than a million international travelers. Don't let travel to Washington, D.C. get bogged down in packing dilemmas. Instead, learn how to pack for a trip to Washington, D.C. Create a list of what to pack for a D.C. trip. Look at each item critically and make certain that everything has more than one function. Focus on what you need, not on maybes, in order to save space in packing. Check the weather forecast for your dates of travel to Washington, D.C. Normally, Washington, D.C. has a temperate climate with mild winters, but massive snowstorms and flooding has hit the capital in recent years. Precipitation tends to be highest in late spring, early summer. July's hottest with an average high of 89 degrees Fahrenheit, 31.6 degrees Celsius. January is coldest with an average low of 24 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 4.4 degrees Celsius. Bring clothing that reflects the activities you plan to participate in. A DC trip offers many cultural opportunities, including dress-up events like the Joffrey Ballet, Chekhov International Theater Festival and other events at the Kennedy Center and Meade Center. For sightseeing, think comfort. Keep in mind that DC people tend to dress conservatively. Use every space in your luggage. Folding takes up too much space in a suitcase and often adds wrinkles to clothing. Roll or bundle clothing instead. Place shoes, belts and other rigid items in the outer edge of the suitcase. Pack comfortable walking shoes for travel to Washington, D.C. The city is designed for lots of walking, so packing good shoes should be a priority. Limit toiletries to necessary, travel-size items. Pack items like shampoo in small containers. Place all liquid items in plastic bags that you can zip up in order to keep toiletries from leaking onto clothing. Consider dividing the clothing for your travel group between various suitcases if your plan for travel to Washington, D.C. includes flying. Everyone will still have clothing if the airlines lose one suitcase. Use a carry-on bag for valuables or things you can't do without, including prescription medication in original containers, jewelry, electronic items, identification, credit cards and visa or passport if you're coming from outside of the U.S., tickets, travel itinerary and trip planning notes. Think about other items that can make your DC trip enjoyable like books, puzzles, music, anything you really need to have fun on the way. Camera with additional memory, batteries or chargers, guidebooks and maps. Make sure you bring important things with you while you're out: camera, money, etc.